Sigh together. Sigh took the front, then a wall chasing, but it's Sigh fresh up and won. It's Sigh first. Oh, there's a heap of them. Sam's image fly on by prominent. Pinstriped, 100 metres to go. EJ looks for the double and he's got it. Pinstripe coming clear for Benny Allen, and Pinstripe won it well from a photo between B Hunter and
Welcome back to the channel, everybody, for Sandown Hillside this weekend for the listed Bel Esprit Stakes Day. Very, very confident I can bounce back off last weekend, which was a disappointing weekend, only having the 2 winners, but pretty confident in a few this week, and it's coming at quite nice odds too. So let's get into the preview and find the winners. Now, before we get into the preview, I just want to let everybody know that I have 2 runners this weekend. Larrick and Rogue in the Fred Best, race 5 at Eagle Farm, and Maroon Magic on Sunday in the last over the 1,000 at the Sunshine Coast. But both horses look good chances. But let's get into the preview and find the winners at Sandown Hillside. Race 1, Sandown Hillside, a 2-year-old fillies handicap over the 1,000 metres, and I'm going with Here Comes the Star for Johnny Maloney and Damien Oliver, drawn well in barrier number 6, good weight, 59, has the race experience and the win, coming at its only race start at Sandown Lakeside, just over the road, over the 1,000, and won well that day. It was impressive, and I think can go on with it here and remain undefeated. Will handle the soft track and prove it's not going to be, the big track's not going to be an issue for it. So pretty keen on Here Comes the Star. 480s over the odds. Buy Me a Birkin, I thought, could run a really, really big race here. Hasn't had a start yet, but is really well bred, being out of Charm, Spirit and Byrony. Bo Merton's in the settle, but draws a slight sticky in barrier number 10, but 550 there's a bit of market support around for it. Austmarr ran well, and the Here Comes the Star race is over the odds at 14. And Acappella moved in. If they leave it alone in front, can run well at $21 for Clayton Douglas and Jake Noonan. But 25 the win, Here Comes the Star, 5 the win saver on Buy Me a Birkin. Race number 2 at Sandown Hillside is a benchmark 78 handicap for the fillies over the 1,000 metres, and I'm with End Journey. 2 from 2 from the David Braddock and Matt Jenkins yard. Matty Lloyd in the settle, brings the weight down to 57, really good weight, and barrier number 4 says it all. I'm really keen on this horse's chances to remain undefeated here. Won its maiden impressively, backed it up by winning in town over the 1,000. Short course looks its go. Staying at the 1,000 here, just goes up slightly in weight, but I'm still keen on its chances. Greyt Mumma for second, was a really good win last start. It's had the 3 starts for the 2 wins. Bolting in last start, and the jockey takes 3 kilos off. Bubble Palace needs to prove itself at this level first, at city level first, before I can entertain it. But Mel Julius rides the Dan Bowman horses really well, and Tanto, I think, is over the odds at $16. Could run really, really well here, but And Journey on top, 16 the win. Race 2, Sandown Hillside. Race number 3 at Sandown Hillside is a benchmark 78 handicap for the mares over the 1,600 metres. Good and proper on top, and it's going to be the one thing that'll be going right in this field and winning. And I'm pretty confident its chances. 4th up now from a spell, was excellent in every start this campaign, running 2nd, 1st up behind Circle of Magic, winning at Sandown Lakeside, winning the Gold Death Star, beating Mega Mia, and was an enormous run last start at Flemington in the 78 behind Party for 1. That's a good form reference for this. Up to the mile from the 1,400 metres, and it's what this horse is looking for. Laura Lafferty takes the claim. Pretty keen on its chances. Lacrima ran well in the aforementioned Flemington race, but I think Good and Proper's got its measure. Frigid, if it can show its best, can win in Pitchanun. Luckily gets a place again, but hard to see it winning. But Good and Proper on top. Race 3, Sandown Hillside, 30 the win. Pretty confident. Race number 4 at Sandown Hillside, the benchmark 78 handicap over the 1,300 metres, and I'm with Sandy Prince quite clearly on top here. Celine Gaudray takes the claim, bringing the weight down to 57.5 kilos and drops a stack of weight from his Warrnambool win. Bolting in over the Carnival by over 4 lengths, and I think he can repeat the dose here. That was a benchmark 70 he won at Warrnambool. This is a 78, but in respect to that, he doesn't go up in grade, and he's hard fit, where Jaconi's only 1st up off a pretty long spell. I think can win, but Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a task for it. And then again, Tasman Park, the other one that's first up. And good chance, but where is it at off the long spell? Hello Broadcast can run really well here as well, if it turns up. But Sandy Prince on top, race 4, Sandown Hillside, 25 to win. I'm quite confident. Race number 5 at Sandown Hillside is a 3-year-old handicap over the mile, and I'm with the toppy. Dashing, going for him again for Laura Lafferty. Brings the weight down to the 56 kilos. Has been ever so consistent this campaign. Has had a long campaign, but back to the 1600 metres will suit this horse. From the 1800 metres he won last start. Distance, no issue. Tough on speed. Will take a fair bit of beating here and will handle the soft track. Euphoric for second. Big win last start at Flemington. Backed up its prior win. Has had now the 4 starts for the 3 wins. So it's building a nice tidy record for Greg Gurrell. Zach Spain arrived with a 56.5. And the 2 I think can run well at odds are Art Zeno and Distrust for the Ward. Art Zeno clearly comes through the better form races with the 54 for Patrick Maloney. Barrier number 12, the issue, the wide barrier, but I still think he can run really well. $12 is the odds. And Distrustful Award, I can't believe he's $81 and can still run well. But dashing on top, race 5, Sandown Hillside, 40 the win. Race number 6 at Sandown Hillside is the listed Bel Esprit Stakes over the 1,000. And what a nightmare of a race this is. Invincible, Caviar, Katsu. One of the 2 of them will win, and I have to have them both in my strategy, but I'm going to go with Invincible Caviar. $4 is just the wrong price. Peter Moody first up stakes race. Linda Meacher with an inside barrier, and with the lightweight, it sounds like a plan here, and I think that she can win, and I'm pretty confident in her chances. But then again, you've got a horse like Katsu, who drops 4.5 kilos from last start, race fit, with Geordie Childs in the saddle for Graham Bacon, the progressive horse on the way up, but does draw wide, and I think Invincible Caviar will have the first crack at them in this race, and Katsu will have to make up too much of ground, so that's why I've gone with Invincible Caviar on top, and Katsu for second, but there's nothing between them. Esther La Rocca for third. If it finds its best form, can fill a minor spot. And Pintoff, big win last start. Can it back it up? We'll see, but it's over the odds at $17. But Invincible Caviar on top, narrowly from Katsu. 30 the win, Invincible Caviar, and 10 the win on Katsu the Saver. One of the 2 of them will win. Sandown Hillside race 7 is the benchmark 84 handicap over the 1,400 metres, and I'm with Prowling on top for Greg Gurrell. And Zach Spain, drawn wide in barrier number 12, but I don't see that to be an issue. It's been an ever so consistent horse, winning first up. Second up, ran a placing at Flemington over the 1,200 metres in the straight 6 at listed level. Back to an 84, up in distance to the 1,400 metres. Third up, really good stats, third up. 3 starts for the 1 win in a second. I'm quite confident in this horse, actually. And I'm actually pretty keen on him too, to win this. From Pascero for a second, doesn't want too much more rain to hit Sandown, but is a cracking chance. He's our Bonneval. I'm not saying he's vulnerable, but I don't think he should be favoured. But Damien Oliver does help, but the wide draw is against him, and he's the only second up. Look for him third up, and Mr. Exclusive, I think, is way over the odds at $19. But Prowling on top, race 7 at Sandown Hillside, 25 the win. Sandown Hillside, race 8 is the benchmark 84 handicap over the 1,600 metres. And if Brayden Star doesn't win this, I'll give up. Absolutely the one to beat. Clearly on top here. Ran an outstanding race first up last camp. Ran it outstandingly first up. Damien Oliver sticks. Barrier number 3, perfect, and has the lightweight at 55. He's clearly the one they have to beat, and the market supports that sense as well, having some good support already. Greenfly, I was disappointed by the first up runner. I was expecting more, and the wide barrier with the big weight doesn't help here. British Columbia beat Brayden Star last start. The British Columbia now carries the bigger weight, and Brayden Star gets the weight off that horse, so that's why I'm pretty more keen on that. And Conqueror, $18 for a horse that's won really well its last 2 in Adelaide. Probably weaker class, but I still can't get my head around the price. But Brayden Star on top, race 8, Sandown Hillside, 45 the win and 4 each way on Conqueror. Just the price is wrong. And race number 9 at Sandown Hillside, the get out of the day. It's a benchmark 100 over the 1,800 metres. And if you haven't had back the winner by this point, put all your money on Gunstock because it'll be bolting in here. Absolutely quite clear the one to beat. The 4-year-old Gelding second up. Big win first up on the mark. Zara loses Zara but replaces in Childs. Don't mind the wide barrier. Gives Childs options. He's got to carry the big weight, but deserves to. The one with all the upside, no queries, handles the track. Will be storming down the outside. I'm very keen on his chances, and with the soft track, it'll win by 5 lengths. Easy. Pinstripe was with him last week, and I've been with him his parts 2 wins, but I can't be with him this week. Big weight, wide barrier, query if he runs the 1800 metres. Yeah, just enough for me to be put off. Daggler probably has the best form in the race. Beat White Marlin last up, but it was his first win in a while. The ability he can get on with the horse well and does draw well. And the best roughie of the day is Irish Flame. 100 to 1 at 1800 metres. I cannot believe the price. 52 kilos, the lightest weight he's ever carried. He's definitely worth a place ticket. Gunstock on top, 60 the win, and 20 the place on Irish Flame in the last. Forget it of the day at Sandown. Thank you, everyone, for watching my preview for the listed Bel Esprit Stakes Day. I hope I have some winners here to make up for what was a disappointing last week and only backing the 2 winners, but definitely confident we can get a few more than that this weekend. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're back a winner, and I'll see you next weekend for Flemington.